Hi, this is Carmine Appice. You may know me from the 60s and Vanilla Fudge or Cactus or Jeff Beck, Broker and Appice. Rod Stewart, Ozzy Osbourne, Ted Nugent, Pink Floyd, Stanley Clarke, King Cobra, Blue Murder, Edgar Winter. Wow. Anyway, here we are in 2000. I've got this new thing called Slam. It's a drum show, sort of like a Stomp on steroids, a Blue Man Group rock version of that, a rock spectacular drum show. And I ended up hooking up with Elliot from ddrum, and around July of '08, I was with another company that was going out of business, and my friend Marco from Vic Firth said, I think I have a company really would like to, for you to go over to them, and they're looking for a guy like you. And I said, what does that mean? And so I talked to Elliot on the phone, and the first thing I noticed about Elliot was he was a real rock fan. He was a Cactus fan. I said, this is going to be good. So, and he had a lot of wonderful ideas about the drums and what they want to release for me. And the first idea was to release this Ed Sullivan kit. Vanilla Fudge was on the Ed Sullivan Show in 1968, and at that time I had this drum set that was a Red Sparkle kit that had a huge bass drum and had a 26 by 15 inch bass drum. And in those days, in 1968, this was the very first bass drum in rock that was that big, and it had an incredible sound. And it had an incredible look because the bass drum was so big and the toms were normal size, so it made the bass drum look even bigger. And today we have a lot of big bass drums, big toms and stuff, but in that time period, there was nothing like that. And wherever I went with this bass drum and this drum kit, when I went to England to play with Vanilla Fudge, we played in the Speakeasy, and everyone was at the gig, from the Beatles to the Who to the Yardbirds, the Rolling Stones, you name it, and they were all there. And the big hit of the evening was the big bass drum, and everyone was talking about it. So, I loved it. So when I came over to ddrum, Elliot said, why don't we release a drum set that would be just a limited edition of something classic you've done, like the Ed Sullivan Show, that red kit with the bass drums. I said, fantastic. So we went to work in putting it together, and we actually did it very much like the original kit. It's a thin maple shell with the inter-mounting hoop inside, which gives it extra strength. And then the bass drum was done the same way. We had double head on the bass drum. There was no hole in it. It was a full head, and all maple. Even on the snare drum, we put the original kind of mufflers, the ones where you screw up, and the muffler comes up against the head. And I saw them at the NAMM show for the first time, and I got to say, when I sat down to play them, they sounded awesome. It really sounded great. They had that old classic sound to it, and pretty much a totally different sound than the ddrums were normally used to sounding like, because the ddrum's known for the big, long bass drums, and this bass drum was a little shallower, but bigger, and it rocks. This product here, which is the Carmine Appice shade cymbal that I've been playing for a while, it's going to be made by a major cymbal company. And you can tell it's a weird shape. It has an amazing sound. You can, it's very weird, but it's got a lot of balls to it when you hit it. And you can actually I experimented with this on a hi-hat also. When you put this on a hi-hat, for a top hi-hat, it sounds pretty awesome. So we're going to be coming out with that very shortly also. And all in all, LA told me this is my last stop on drum endorsements, and you know what? I believe them, because they're a really great company, and they're good friends, and they're from New York, so they can't be all bad, right?